deal. But this next song I'm going to play was inspired by another artist that wears leather, has warts.
Let me.
A lot of people, I don't know, we have a funny thing. We go on tour. We named our band the Silver Machine because it was silver and we liked this Hawkwind song. We all get in this band. We travel a lot with this band. And we got on this, we've done about 100 gigs. We know each other pretty well. Johnny Martin over here on the bass carries customized salsa in a road case. From Southern California, the man, the myth. In the back, you know, this guy goes into restaurants all over America and he tells people it's his birthday to get dessert for free. From St. Louis, Missouri, Mr. Ty Smith. I want to add that St. Louis is the same state and town and city that Chuck Berry is from, the father of rock and roll. I don't think Ty has as many cameras in his toilet as Chuck Berry. And back there, this is the newest member of the band. I usually bust his chops, but we actually found him from one of those line things on the thing. Todd got on the thing. Craigslist, hello, how are you, whatever. And we found this wonderful man who does everything. Bongos, piano, acoustic guitar. He even plays himself sometimes, but I'm learning to really love this guy. He lost his boot today, so give him an extra round of applause. Mr. Derek Cruz. All right, so I was talking about the history of this record, and I guess this record was made because I needed a voice. I had to say some stuff, you know. I was playing to these bands, Offspring, and they wanted to mosh, and I was wearing the creepers and had the eyeliner, and I was making the big hair with the extensions. I thought the higher the hair, the closer to God, you know. And we go on tour. This time, grunge was really popular when we made our old band, the D Generation. We were out there. We were very big in major cities, but if we went to a small town, we got hit with chains from the balcony. And I used to wear these shoes, the creepers. My father would say, "What are those orthopedic shoes? What is that, Rain Man shit? You look like fucking Mother Goose in those big shoes." I'm like, "Dad, your boy Elvis wore them. They're brothel creepers." Yeah. So we were out there, and everybody was dressed like farmers. And occasionally we'd get a good punk rock tour, and it was all about the mosh pit, so nobody wanted to hear the lyrics I was writing, so I got very frustrated, so I broke up the band, and somehow we didn't sell a lot of records, but we made a lot of money. I took the money, opened up bars where other people could get drunk. "How you doing? Queens of the Stone Age, how about tequila?" And that went on for a little while until I ended up broke and realized everybody was stealing, but that's another story. You know, a couple of drinks, cash business, hey, whatever. And after we broke up, the last record we made, we got rid of our guitar player. He wanted to go hip-hop. He put on like a hat that was the color of a pylon, and he jumped around at raves and snorted cocaine off a girl's ass, and we said goodbye. He said goodbye. So we got this other guy on guitar. He did one tour with us. We went overseas. He got to meet Mike Dirnt and Timmy Chunks. And then we broke up, and he didn't get paid, and he still holds it against me. He says, "You know, you ate at Kate's joint many nights, the tofu madness." And then he moved to California. I didn't talk to this guy for a long time because, one, he moved to California. Two, he was Todd Youth, and you could easily get a chip on Todd Youth because everyone was fucking Todd. And number three, he was working with the devil, Glenn Danzig. Your friends working with the devil, you don't talk to them. I learned that from the Bad Brains. So he's in LA, he's working with the devil, we don't talk for 5 years. Somehow this guy watches a couple of Ed Wood movies and he redeems himself. Goes from Glenn Danzig to Glenn Campbell. I'm playing with Glenn Campbell, we're doing replacement songs, we're doing Lou Reed. He talks a little deeper than I do on my rabbi mission, but yeah, it's good, you're gonna like this record. We're doing Tom Petty, we do Green Day, and it's Glenn Campbell, and it was pretty good. I still didn't talk to him that much. He didn't talk to me that much. I went to LA, I made a record, and I tried to move to Los Angeles. A New York guy, you know, figured New York is dead. Everybody in New York is not from New York, so I'm gonna move to LA. I try to walk in LA, they think I'm a male prostitute. And everybody's calling up on the phone really fast. I'm in the studio, you know, making this record somewhere in North Hollywood. People are like, "How's the sesh?" They can't even say their full names. Everything's abbreviated. I'll pick you up at the stew. Peace, rad, late, out, bye, beep. After a while, I realized the sesh was the session, the stew was the studio, and late, rad, fucking... I was starting to talk like Joe Sid, you know. I was fast. And I couldn't deal with LA. I came back to New York, and I started making more records, and then I met this guy again. And this time, he was working with Ace Frehley. And he's playing in Times Square, and I'm like, I grew up, you know, with the Kiss thing. I wrapped myself up in tinfoil. I spit ketchup at the talent show in PS193. So I'm down. They play New York Groove, Todd Youth. I'm like, wow, this is my boy from a, you know, agnostic front, Murphy's Law. He's fucking there. So we go out for a drink. We have a couple sodas because we're old. We go to this bar, Jimmy's Corner. It's the only bar. If you go to Times Square, this is the only bar that's like a neighborhood bar. It's owned by this big black guy who was a corner man in the ring for Ali. Jimmy's Corner. And they got a great jukebox. Otherwise, you can sit on chairs in Times Square. That's the new thing now in Times Square. They got plastic chairs. So every fat ass in America can sit on a chair. I'm in Times Square. I'm at the Best Buy Nokia Fuck Circuit City Theater, waiting for TGI Fridays to play Motorhead. We go into this bar. It's a good bar. Go there. We start talking, and I gave him a copy of the new record, Love It to Life, and I said, you know what, Todd, you know, we should play together. And he said, well, you know, my rates are negotiable. Next thing happened a month later. I'm in Los Angeles again, selling my ass at fucking Astro Burger, you know, buns up. And he puts this whole fucking band together. 2 days, they learn the whole set. They blow my New York band to the moon. And we're opening for the Cold War kids. We're getting indie. Anyway, on lead guitar tonight, enough pontification, Mr. Todd Youth, my man. From A7 to this. Anyway, this song was inspired by a Motorhead song. If you're out there, go see that Lemmy movie. Sometimes philosophers have warts and wear leather. This was inspired by a song called Stay Clean, and this is called Solitaire. Na 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 na. 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 On a winter's day, I don't need anyone. On the month of May, I don't need anyone. Got some cigarettes, I don't need anyone. And no real regrets, I don't need any, I don't need any, I don't need any. Whoa, whoa. Talk about the future, and no one even cares. Talk about the future, solitaire. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.